Welcome back to NC3. We're here with Kathy, James, and Mark. And to start off, I would like to ask James a little bit about the program that we are interviewing today, a little bit about your background, and then we'll go in order.
Certainly. We're here to talk about learning pathways and specifically about the various workshops that are being offered through Learning Pathways. Now, Learning Pathways is a new program that NCCC is offering, and it is a program that's directed toward the community with special needs, whether it be the family of those with special needs or students with special needs. Particularly for these workshops, we are dealing with the families and those who are in the educational field and caregiving field for those with special needs. So we've come up with a quite inclusive program for workshops for people with special needs and their families and the support staff to give them methods of dealing with those with special needs, methods of handling special needs, a greater understanding of the history of special needs in education and healthcare. All of those topics come together within these workshops, and the program itself is unique in that we don't have anything else like it in this part of Western New York, and probably not until you get into the Pennsylvania area, actually.
Really?
Yes.
So what defines special needs as far as this program goes? What would the student have to incorporate to be able to be in this program with the parent and be able to interact?
Well, it would be a person who has what we commonly refer to as a disability within the community, where they don't function up to what I like to refer to as a typical standard of performance, whether it be in education because of certain needs that they have in education or because of certain physical or mental disabilities that they would have.
Kathy, on to you. What is your background entail with this Learning Pathways program? What are you most excited about as far as the program goes?
I'm really excited about the coursework that we're going to be offering. Particularly, we have a track that will be geared towards individuals, working with individuals on the autism spectrum disorder. And I'm a special education teacher, and I work exclusively with children with autism. And I'm also a parent of a child with autism, so this cause is pretty near and dear to my heart. So when we can raise awareness in our community and show all of the positive things that our children with special needs, particularly children with autism, can bring to their communities, to their families, to their schools, to their work environments, it's a great opportunity to showcase all of the strengths that our individuals do have.
What is your specialty within the program? What do you wish you could out of it, and what do you feel is most important with this program at NCCC?
The workshops that I'll be giving will deal with individuals who suffer from dual diagnoses, major mental illnesses or mental disabilities, and substance abuse disorders or major addictive disorders. And Kathy is an early intervention specialist, and that's so important in this field, because if these children aren't identified and intervened with early on, they're so subject to major addictive disorders, brushes with the law, and you know, as Jim and Kathy know, oftentimes these clients have legal records that are very lengthy, and that could have been avoided with early intervention. You know, they may do something socially inappropriate just simply from not having been trained that behavior is inappropriate, and they may end up in a brush with the law, and that's so avoidable. So we want to really emphasize early intervention, provision of, you know, as up-to-date and quality services as possible. And I'm just so honored to be part of this, really. I was trained years ago as a clinical psychologist to focus on the deficits of these children, what were their problems. And now, you know, 25 years later, the focus has changed to what are the strengths that these children have, what are the strengths that can be developed and worked with. So it's just been a sea change.
So what's the biggest challenge for you as far as being a part of the program? What do you...
You know, Alexis, the thing for me is to unlearn the faulty learning that I had 25, 30 years ago. You know, we were taught that autism was caused by something that one of the parents did, whether it was a substance they took when they were pregnant or the way they treated the infant. And now we know that that's absolutely absurd, that was just mythology. It wasn't based on any data, it wasn't valid, and it only added to the grief of parents who were in this situation. So it's having to unlearn and relearn more valid data.
What made you most interested in being part of the program? Was it just because it's part of your specialty as far as substance abuse counseling and pre-intervention, or was it something that really was necessary for Western New York?
Well, you know, I think in this region, which is so rural, so many of the families feel isolated and feel like there's just so few supports. So I thought it was really necessary in this region in particular. And then Dr. Cindy Oberjosh was organizing it, so I knew it would be dynamic and really well done.
Kathy, same question. Do you feel that it's something that's very, very necessary for Western New York as far as having special needs? Do you feel like people are very underprivileged as far as being a part of programs? Do you feel like it's something that's really, really important, not just in college settings, but in high school settings, and middle school settings, and elementary school settings? Do you feel that it should be brought earlier, or do you feel like it should be brought at college level?
We've certainly come a long way from where we were, as Mark said, 20 or 30 years ago, and how we treated individuals with special needs. That being said, though, there's always room for improvement, and so the programs that we have in place right now are very dynamic and very strengths-based, and we are able to bring a lot of success to individuals that 20 or 30 years ago may have just been in an institution and forgotten about. Now these individuals are part of our communities, they're in our schools, they're in our work environments, and as well they should be, because they have so much to contribute to their society and to their communities. We've had so many more individuals classified as having an autism spectrum disorder, so our numbers have certainly increased in the last 20 or 30 years, partly because of better classification and better diagnosis, but also partly too, most likely because the prevalence is increasing. So this is not an issue that is going to go away. This is an issue
Right.
that will be with us for years, and it will continue to grow. And as a community, we have to make sure that we're able to grow and meet these needs going forward.
Are these programs, Learning Pathways, is it being held as part of a curriculum here? Do students have to sign up for it, or is it something that people can just freely come to and participate in?
You know, all are welcome, really. We just ask that people do register for the program so we'll know how many are attending. These are not-for-credit workshops, but of course have certificates of completion, and we hope that many direct care workers will really improve their skills by coming to the workshops. We hope to hit friends and family members, clients themselves. So really, it's open to the entire community.
Yes, we're planning a wonderful seminar that I think will be addressing many concerns within the special needs community, especially within the autism community, for this June. And we're going to have some marvelous speakers, some very well-known speakers, and some programs that I think would be of great interest to the community. So we're looking forward to that as well.
Yeah, I should also say that OASIS, the Office for Alcoholism and Substance Abuse Services, has accredited certain of the workshops for credit towards the KSAC credential, the credential in alcoholism and substance abuse counseling, and I know the New York State Department of Education
Yes.
has approved a number of other workshops.
Yes.
So when is Learning Pathways officially being held? When is the start? Is it the summer? Is it next fall? Or will it be continuous?
We're going.
Oh,
We're
really?
We're underway.
Wow. Have you guys had a good outlook as far as people coming and showing up?
Yes.
Very
Yeah.
positive, yes.
Very happy with our response and our numbers. It's been an immediate success. And as Mark mentioned, that's really attributable to Dr. Oberjosh, Cindy Oberjosh. This has been her project, and she has really created it to be something very noteworthy in a short period of time. We are very proud of the program she's created.
It
And
sounds-
thankful for her leadership.
Yes.
Sounds really exciting. I think I might even come.
That'd
I
be
wanna-
wonderful,
yeah.
Alexis.
I mean, I think it would be a good thing for students as well. I mean, being part of it and getting a broadened horizon as far as special needs students and how students can themselves help those with special needs. I want to thank all three of you for being here.
Thank
you, Alex.
I'm so excited about this program and me just being a student. What else can I say? It seems like a very, in-depth program. It seems like it'll help a lot of people, not just people with special needs. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.